Hello explorers and welcome to today's entity briefing. Over the next 5 minutes, you will learn all about our newest enemy in the radius, including U.N.P.S.C guidelines for how to prevent interactions, what to do in case of an interaction, how to track and research, as well as some fun facts about this entity.
There hasn't been that many missions to do out in the radius lately ever since the U.N.P.S.C just quit giving us directions. So I haven't been making much money, man, and I ran out of toilet paper ever since. I've just been skinning spawns and using their hide as a replacement. Before you ask, yes, it feels like I'm using sandpaper to wipe my ass. Whoa! What's going on?
Entity S-17 A.K.A Goliath A.K.A the Jolly Green Giant is thankfully a pacifist entity. This is the first entity of its kind and has forced us to create a new classification for entities. Pacifist entities are generally calm in nature and have even been observed to occasionally help explorers in some capacity. Although, please remember, these entities are still deadly, and explorers must remain extremely cautious during interactions.
My God. In all my years as a U.N.P.S.C employee, I've never heard a noise like that. Log 1, December 7th, 1:24 p.m. After experiencing an immense tremor which I had originally thought to be an earthquake, I then heard a massive roar, coming from just across the mist, outside base. Something seems very off in the radius today. End log.
Entity S-17 is classified as a pacifist entity, however, do not get your hopes up because the U.N.P.S.C defines a pacifist entity as an entity which will not hunt or kill an explorer unless provoked. This means that under no circumstance should you provoke or get too close to these entities. Goliath benefits explorers by acting as a sort of guardian. S-17's colossal size and intimidating roar will scare off other entities, effectively clearing out the radius. So, wherever entity S-17 roams, explorers will have an easier time looting and accomplishing missions. However, once S-17 moves onto a new area, entities will begin to return. So loot quickly, explorers.
You know what, now that I think about it, I've never seen the radius this quiet. Where did all of the other entities go?
In order to minimize the chance of a direct interaction with Goliath, please stay a minimum of 500 feet away at all times. Do not shoot towards S-17. And if any reason you see this Goliath become agitated, run away as quickly as you possibly can. What the U.N.P.S.C first thought to be random nuclear explosions out in the radius turned out to be entity S-17, though we are unsure how S-17 both produces and survives these massive blasts. What we do know is that explorers have a 100% fatality rate from these blasts when a 500-foot radius from S-17 is not maintained.
Well, boys, it looks like this is the end for you and I. Long live the U.N.P.S.C.
I think we all know that probably one of the worst things about being a VR enthusiast, there are like no head straps on the market that are actually comfortable and take pressure off of your face, head, and neck. But thankfully, we have the sponsor of this video, DESTEK. I may have done a durability test and actually tried to break this a few times, but dude, this is made out of some kind of ultra durable and flexible polymer material that just won't break. Not only that, it is actually super easy to install onto your Quest 3. So look at this. Look at how simple this is. You just gotta slide it on there. Bam, installed, easy. And probably the best part about this head strap is that it has two places for adjustment. There's an upward adjustment, a middle adjustment for the middle of the back of your head, and then a lower adjustment for more of the back of your neck, which is what I prefer because when I have this adjusted all the way down to the back of my neck and have this top adjustment knob roughly in the middle of my head, it seriously feels like the headset has become one with my face. All right, I can't feel pressure whatsoever. My neck feels fine. design, and I'm honestly shocked by how comfortable this is. We've even got these big old thick head pads, dude. These are comfy. This is about 0.75 inches thick and has to be made out of some kind of memory foam. So if you're in the market for a head strap for your Quest 3 and you want to help support the channel, there's a link in the description of this video that will take you to Amazon where you can buy this head strap with my 10% off discount code. Anyways, back to the content. Once you are sure that Goliath is not in an agitated state, you may continue with tracking and research. This entity is extremely easy to track. Goliath's roars can be heard from any location within the radius, even extending to the base itself. So, once you've received your U.N.P.S.C issued earplugs, begin tracking Goliath by searching for large footprints out in the radius.
Log 2, December 7th, 1:44 p.m. After venturing across the mist to further investigate these strange noises, I have stumbled upon a gigantic footprint. Whatever it was that made this print has to be enormous. End log.
As well as wreckage from S-17's daily stroll.
December 7th, 2:14 p.m. I have been closely tracking whatever made these footprints for the past half an hour, and have just come across the second most troubling thing I have ever seen. A building that seems to have been torn in half. What could be so massive and monstrous to rip an entire building clean in half? End log.
As you venture closer to Goliath, remember to stay calm. Goliath was last estimated to be roughly 500 feet tall, which can feel very intimidating when viewed from up close. However, somehow this entity appears to be growing taller and taller by the day, so the exact height of S-17 is currently unknown. And remember, please stay out of S-17's direct walking path. Being stepped on by this massive creature will most certainly be fatal.
Log 4, December 7th, 1:45, 2:45. I don't know. What is this? It has to be at least 400 feet tall.
Entity S-17, aka Goliath, is an extremely helpful and at the same time deadly entity. The U.N.P.S.C theorizes that S-17 was inside one of numerous asteroids which struck during the Pechorsk Event. This means that there may also be others out there, like Goliath. Keep your eyes peeled, don't get too comfortable around S-17, and always remember, stay safe out there, explorers.
Dude, now that's what I call artwork. I liked the cowl before, but I really like this, dude. That's got to be a 10 out of 10.